What is going on, Phantom Armies? Your boy Phantom Stilts, and welcome back once again, guys, to a brand new class setup video on the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Chimera. It's probably going to beat the Cast-Off 74U for me. With this build, I think this is the most OP weapon in the game, as far as handling, as far as quick draw, as far as bullet damage, bullet velocity, bullet range, you know, all of that stuff. I think this Chimera build takes the cake. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of it, if you're going to use it. If you have used it in the past, if you have the exact same build, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you have a little bit of tweaks, something that I didn't think of, I'd really appreciate that as well. Make sure to like, subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel here, and let's get right into this build here, guys, okay? So, first thing we went, as always with these builds, we're looking for the most damage for basically the best bang for our buck. Most damage range and the easiest way to handle the weapon as far as aiming down sight fast and stuff like that. So, damage range, damage velocity, as well as how easy the gun is to use and how the handling works and stuff like that. So the first thing we went with is the 6.5 EXF Vorpal barrel. Excuse me, I almost said stock. The Vorpal barrel. And we went with this for the damage range, the movement speed, and the ADS speed. As you can see, it gives us a little bit of oomph in the damage and fire rate, while giving us also some really good stuff within the mobility and the handling, just giving us a little tick to the right. That way we have a little bit more of that as we're running around the map. The only thing we lose a little bit of is the bullet velocity and the recoil control. But again, like we said in other builds, other attachments are going to make up for that discrepancy. So second, we have the Polar Fire S muzzle. The reason we went with this is, just gonna switch it here real quick, was for the sound suppression, bullet velocity, the damage range, and the recoil smoothness. Again, we're losing a little bit of ADS speed and some aiming stability, but I think the trade-off is much better with the Polar Fire S than any other muzzle in the game. So let's go ahead and equip that. Third, we have the Bruin Warrior Grip. And the reason we went with this is for the sheer fact that it gives us that hipfire accuracy, the hipfire recoil control, aiming walking steadiness, excuse me, and the recoil steadiness. So like I said, we were giving up a little bit of recoil control and some accuracy. We make that back with this Bruin Warrior Grip. I think it really helps you stabilize the weapon, and it basically makes you an absolute beam around the map, no matter what you're doing, running or walking or whatever you're doing as far as movement is concerned. Fourth, we went with the overpressured. Like I said, with every single build, I try to use the overpressured ammunition. It just gives you so much in the way of damage. So as you can see, pretty big sizable donation of damage there, and it also gives us the target flinch when we're running around the map and shooting people. It gives us the ability to stay on target while sort of doing that quintessential Call of Duty flinch when you get shot and hit by bullets. And last but not least, we went with the TRX 56 stock. And the reason we went with this bad boy was the aiming stability and the recoil controls. Like I said, giving up a little bit of that stuff in the forefront, in the foreground, and then in the background or in the back half of the attachments, were making up for those discrepancies that we had in the very beginning of the build. So what we're losing here is the ADS speed, the crouch movement speed, aim and walking speed, and the sprint speed. So not too much in the way of losing any of those huge stats that we get from the beginning ones, but again, giving us a little bit of accuracy, recoil control, stuff that we were lacking in the beginning of the build. So that's always good. So that's pretty much it for the build, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that part of it. We also have what we used for a sidearm. So we're using the Jack of all trades for our sidearm, and what we have here is the Moose Tech Matsu Tech Cottonmouth Barrel, the Series 710 Pistol Laser, the Slimline Pro Optic, the Bruin RSH80 Grip, and then finally the 10-round mag to round it all out. So like I said, I think this is a really good build for, I think, either Warzone or multiplayer. It's a very viable build. Like I said, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this Chimera build is better than my Cast-Off 74U build. I think it's better. I think you just do so much more with this. It's a lot of firepower and a very small package. You'll see when you're using this weapon, you're not holding it like an AR. You're actually holding it like an SMG for the vast majority of the time you're using your tac sprint. So I think that's really cool. I think that, you know, Cast-Off 74U is kind of like a hybrid to me. It's not really an assault rifle. It's not really an SMG. It's kind of both. I would place this more of an SMG, but I think this is the exact same thing I'm talking about when it's sort of like a hybrid SMG assault rifle or AR. As far as the rest of our build, we have the tac stim for our tactical, and then we have the lethal, which is our frag grenade. You can switch this up with the Semtex. Sometimes Semtex works a little bit better, especially if you're playing in a really open map. You don't want the grenade after you throw it sort of rolling around. You want it to sort of stick to where it's supposed to go. Then I would use the Semtex in that. But those are pretty interchangeable. That's just dependent on your playstyle. As far as the perk package we're running, we run the same perk package with every single multiplayer build we do. First we have Scavenger and then Tracker. So Scavenger's giving you that resupply of ammo and all the equipment stuff as you're running around the map. So don't have to worry about reloading or anything like that or running out of ammo. Tracker allows you to see the enemy footsteps of people running around the map. So if you sort of lose somebody in a gunfight, you're able to sort of pick that back up and sort of trace where they are based on the Tracker perk here. Again, I will say it, my favorite perk in the game is Fast Hands. Based on my playstyle, Fast Hands works really, really well with any build you're going to do. With respect to probably, I would say LMGs and sniper rifles, just because they're bigger weapons. I'm not sure if it takes as much effect, you know, if it has as much of an effect on your reload as with SMGs and ARs and stuff that's smaller, but that remains to be seen. And then the ultimate perk in the game, not my favorite perk in the game, but the ultimate, I think, coup de grace of perks in this game is the Ghost perk. That makes you undetectable by UAVs, portable radars, and heartbeat sensors as you're running around the map. And then last but not least, we went with a dual field upgrade for this one. We went with the Battle Rage and the Dead Silence. So as I'm playing, I can choose between the two and sort of do what I want based on my playstyle. If I'm playing more aggressive and more aggro, I would use the Battle Rage. Just gives me a little extra health, a little bit more resistancy to bullets and stuff. And then the Dead Silence if I'm trying to play a little bit more aggressive but silent. So that more or less is the build, guys, for the Chimera. Like I said, I think this is my new favorite weapon in the game. It's not necessarily the best, but it's very close second if it's not right there with the Cast-Off 74 and the TAC 56. I think, or the TAC V. I think all four of these weapons, with respect to this weapon, I think this might be my new favorite. I think this might be the new, like, for what it does, it feels really easy to use. At the same time, it feels like it's really hammering you with damage. But yeah, that's more or less the build, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys are using in Warzone as well as multiplayer for your builds. I just think this Chimera build, as I've used it, is the best build that I've come up with, as far as utilizing everything I can at my disposal when it comes to these modifications with the attachments. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe. If you guys are brand new to the channel here, I would really appreciate to see you guys in the channel, as well as live streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/phantomstilts. That's where I stream. Usually playing free-for-all and sometimes some other things. So come by the channel if you guys are interested in seeing some live streams and seeing this gun in action, because I will be using it for the foreseeable future, at least in some of my streams and videos. So like I said, thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video as well. Make sure to like, subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel as well, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care, guys.